this is the second part of the percentages of amounts homework. So you need to do the first part to make sure you know what you're doing. There's also a tutorial on how to find percentages of amounts. So Jack gets £5.40 pocket money a week. We need to calculate 10% of that. Now we need to be careful because our answer is in pence. So that means that we should probably convert £5.40 into pence. So we know that £5.40 is 540p. Okay, so let us work in pence from now on for this question. So to find 10%, we need to divide by 10. So we do 540 divided by 10, which gives me 54p, and that's my answer to my first section there. It then asks me for 5%. I've already found 10%, so if I want 5%, what I do is I want a half of 10%. Remember, that's how we find that. Okay, so what's that going to be? Well, that's going to be 10%, which is 54p. And we want to halve it. That means divided by 2. 54 divided by 2. You can either half 50 and half 4 and add them together, or you can use the bus stop method. Both of them will give you 27. Don't forget our units, it's 27p. There's my answer here. Now my next question, or the next part of the question, wants my answer in pounds. So I'm going to go back to using pounds at the end. Okay, but not just yet. I want 20%. And to do that, I'm going to double my 10%. That's because 20 is double 10. So my 10% was 54p. I'm going to times that by 2, which gives me 108p. Now we don't write 108p. We write that using pounds and pence. That's why my answer is in pounds. So 100 pence is £1 and 8p. Don't forget the 0, really important if your answer has a 0 there as well. Okay. The other half, we've got some other percentages, 15%, 35% and the rest. So let's look at those each in a different colour. First of all, we'll start off with the sweets. So the sweets, that's 15%. We need to find 15%. I'm going to start off, to be honest, with just finding my basic building blocks. So if I look here, I want 10% of a number. So that means I divide by 10. So I take my number, which is, oh, hang on, we're still talking about Jack. There we go, £55.40. So remember, it's 540p. So which meant that this was 54p. Really worked this out, didn't we? Here's me not paying any attention. 5%. We've already worked out is 27p. So these are my building blocks. And I'm going to use those to make my other percentages. I want 15%. How do I find 15%? Well, that's going to be 10% add 5%. That makes sense, doesn't it? 10% is 54. And I'm going to add on 5%, which is 27. And when I add those two together, I get 81p. So my first answer is 81p. Next, I've got my magazines, well, Jack's magazines. And for that, he's spending 35% of his money. We need 35% now. Now to get 35%, we need 3 lots of 10%, don't we? That would give me my 30%, and then I add on my 5%. So I need to do 3 times 54 and then add on 27. Now 3 times 54 is 162. You can tell it's a Saturday, can't you? Also you can tell it's lockdown. So I add those two numbers together, which gives me 189p, but we don't say 189p. We say £1.89. Now finally, I want to look at savings. He saves the rest. Now that's not actually an amount, rest, but if he saves the rest, that means, I've run out of space, it means that he starts off with £5.40. That's all of his money, £5.40. He spends 81p on sweets. And he spends £1.89 on magazines. So what we need to do is we need to add these two together and take it away from £5.40. I'm going to do 189 and add 81. Doesn't matter which order you do it in, I like to put the bigger number on top. So 9 add 1 is 10. 8 add 8 is 16, add the 1 is 17. 1 add 1 is 2.70. So he spends £2.70 on sweets and magazines. So we now need to look at how much he's got left. So if he's got £5.40 and he's spending £2.70, 0 take away 0 is 0. 4 take away 7, I can't do that, so I need to do some redistribution. I take one of these pounds, which leaves me with £4, and if I've got £1, I've got 10 lots of 10p, so that means I've got 14 lots of 10p. 14 take away 7 is 7, don't forget your decimal point. 4 take away 2 is 2.70. So he saves the same amount that he spent. Don't forget your decimal point for those two.